Good afternoon, everybody.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to welcome everybody here as far as with at the Westmoreland County Courthouse today. It's cold and chilly, but we're going to have a very hot and very warm primary and election that's going to be coming up shortly. I'd like to introduce myself as far as with the community before I do my announcement. My name is Kosko, and I am the Republican candidate that is going to be seeking one of the offices. My background as far as with to the community in that, I've got many years as far as with service with the community. I starting young as far as being inspired, I was an intern for Senator Daniel Patrick Moynihan on Capitol Hill. I've attended 2 presidential inaugurations. I've interned for Congressman Stan Lundeen of New York State, who eventually became Lieutenant Governor of New York State for 2 terms under Mario Cuomo. And I believe with my experience and dedication in that I will be good for the office. So today I am going to be announcing that I am a candidate for the Republican nomination of Westmoreland County Commissioner here in Greensburg, Pennsylvania, to serve and to listen as far as with to the community. I'd like to make a special honor as far as with an introduction that we have here today. We have Brandon Rumbaugh, who is a Purple Heart wounded veteran that has served our country and which allows us, as far as Americans and myself, as far as with to freedom of speech, freedom, all our freedoms in that. So I want to take a time now and definitely welcome him. He'll be joining our team as far as during this election. And we are so honored. As far as more on my background, I'm from Jamestown, New York, born and raised there. My wife and I, as far as with 32 years ago, we decided to look at other opportunities, and I worked for the city of Jamestown for 4 years, and we decided as far as with to respond to a blind ad here in Greensburg. I had no idea what a municipal authority was. I was actually hired many years ago, 32 years ago, with the Municipal Authority of Westmoreland County. I've survived there as far as with for going on 32 years, and this year I'm deciding as far as with running for county office. And one thing I would like to do as far as with this announcement is that I'm going to be dedicating my campaign to a friend of mine that is passed back in December 2016. His name was Ray Allen. He was one of the first people as far as with that welcomed us as far as with into Greensburg, and I worked with him for 25 years. Him and his family are just wonderful, and we miss him a great deal. And that's why, as far as with on the announcement, that my campaign being dedicated to a man that made a positive difference in my life and many other lives, and we do miss him now. So his name is Ray Allen, and we salute him in memory and also as respect to his family. As far as with some of the things, as far as with what I am, I'm not a politician. I am a public servant seeking office for to make this county a better place to live. I believe seriously that I can make a positive impact as far as within Westmoreland County, and also too as a Republican, being that there are opportunities for this community to go after. I will be a full-time Westmoreland County Commissioner. There is no question in my mind. This is not the Holiday Inn as far as with that resides behind me. We have a lot of problems as far as that people have been used to that think that that's the way things have to go. I'm sorry, but that's not my take in life. I am an Eagle Scout, and I have 3 sons that are Eagle Scouts. been very involved and will continue to be involved as far as within the community activities here in Westmoreland County and beyond. I believe that is our future, our children. And I also, as far as with on our senior citizens, we have to say thank you. We have to take care of them because they are the people that, as far as with, allows us, as far as with, to be here today. I mean, and someday we're going to be there. So my mission is, as far as with, as a public official, will be to, encourage and protect their youth, and also as far as with to protect their seniors. In between that is everybody else, and I don't think that is a bad position to have. So I want to strive on working with everyone in a bipartisan position, atmosphere. I will work with whoever is elected, whether they are the row officers, whether they are other commissioners. My campaign is more on inclusive versus being something about myself. This campaign is not about Paul Kosko. This campaign is not about the left side that is, I believe, going a little bit way off the left. This campaign is all about us here in Westmoreland County, us here as far as in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and yes, the national government, it all affects us. And one of the things that I want to do is, as far as with, is to make sure that everybody understands, if elected, that the government works for us. It works for you. It doesn't work the opposite way. Some people behind me in the building that we are in front of might have a difference of opinion, but if I get here, that will change. I'm going to work with all the staff. I'm going to be working with all the department heads, and I'm going to be working with all the community leaders in conjunction with trying to make the community better. I am a very fair and firm person. I'm an individual that, if elected, that I will be good for all of the county, all of the community. I don't care if you're a Republican. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you are an independent. All I care is the fact that you care about your future in Westmoreland County. And we do have to do that, folks. We have to, as far as without their start, working together. There's too much going back and forth, and I don't see it much on the local news, but I absolutely see and very frustrated on the national news. I mean, right now, and we have a reporter over there, and my message to the media is, we need you. Not Paul Kosko, not this guy over here, but America needs you as far as with to be fair, to be firm, and to be independent, because I believe some of the items right now that we have problems with, and again, I'm not pointing it to the local, but on the national level, I think it's absolutely obscene with what's going on. I mean, there's just too much roadblock, too much going back and forth, and especially now with the federal government being shut down, which is absolutely ridiculous. So I do support the president. As a Republican, if elected, I will be, one of my main missions here is to go after federal infrastructure money. There's a lot of that that's going to be written here very shortly. And because of that, I think the timing for me as a Republican to go after that as a full-time commissioner is very important to the community. We want to start introducing this as far as talking about and working with Allegheny County, Westmoreland County, on light rail or even maglev, which was supposed to be built here about 20 years ago. And with all the federal infrastructure money that is out there and the president wanting to go into the infrastructure, I believe with my experience that I will have a very strong point on that. And even recently, as far as with the current congressional candidates that were just elected during some of my free campaigning, I have told them that if elected, I will go after them to assist us on the state and federal level for Westmoreland County and beyond. We do have to start thinking as far as with regionalization. Regionalization is as far as with communicating with some of our other communities out there. There's a lot of things that I believe as if we work together, we can improve the quality of life as far as within Westmoreland County. We have to make more effort as far as with the ability to give our children and our seniors as far as opportunities to stay here in Westmoreland County. We have a good organization. I mean, the Westmoreland Courthouse and the county government has been here for well over 200 years. There's going to be a lot of things as far as with as I enter in, as far as with being elected as a commissioner. I am going to be working closely with the row officers, closely with the department heads. My job as a commissioner when I first come is basically to ask row officers, department heads, what can we as a board of commissioners do to help you serve our community? I mean, that is basically, there's been commissioners in the past, and I'm not talking about current ones, that basically have come in and there's been all kinds of disorganization, and we kind of went backwards sometimes. But I will make an effort to treat people with respect, to treat people as far as with, I guess respect is probably the best thing that I can say. I do support as far as with, on my candidacy, the local unions, the national unions, but I believe that there has to be a balance between labor, management, and also government. If we can get those balanced together, I mean, one and the other, they don't have to be at opposite ends. But I do respect the fact that because of our unions that we've had today, and I look back at my father many years ago, and always told me, who was in the union most of his life, had said as far as with, if it weren't for the unions, you would not have the benefits, even if you're salary or middle middle management, you would not have the benefits you do today because of that. But again, I stress there has to be a balance. So as I go out campaigning, as far as with as commissioner, I want to stress as far as with that, when I go out, not being a politician but a public servant, I'm going to be shaking your hand not because it's politically correct, not because I think I have to do it, but because I like you. And there's going to be people that don't want to. And I would also ask, as far as within the community, come up and introduce yourself to me. I'm a good listener, because that's why I feel that is very important as far as with inside this community, inside this government, our state government, as well as our federal government. We got to be better listeners. I won't have all of the answers as far as with here, as far as in Westmoreland County. However, I will have a team of people and I will be listening to the community. And through those efforts, I believe we can solve any answer out there that we have here in Westmoreland County. So I am honored, again, as far as with Brandon being here and some of my friends and supporters. So as far as with on that end, we were going to also, as far as recognizing, we have Brian Klein here as far as our clerk of courts, who I know and who is up for re-election too, who I support wholeheartedly. And I would invite you up to come up and say a couple. I really would like to do, if you like mine.
This is your time.
I know, but I'm a team player. That's another thing too, that probably some of the people that are running for office that find it a little bit different, that I am a team person. I am building a team. And I will be reaching out to people that even if they don't want to be reached out to, but we have to work together, and it has to be bipartisan. I believe we have, as far as with coming up here in the fall election, because of the way things have shifted in the county. I believe the Republicans can have a majority on the Board of Commissioners. My focus on the campaign is I want it to be as far as what I can do for you. I don't want to be struggling with trying to make somebody else look bad out there, unless they do on the other side. But our focus here is, as far as candidates, should be what we're going to be telling you and telling you how well we can do a job for you and give you an option out there as far as with to vote for somebody. Because I don't want, we're in this race to win, but I want to make it stressed, and you can quote me directly. I don't want this job if I have to compromise my goals, my values, and my passion is as far as for the community. So therefore, there's going to be times where I'm going to be turning things down that are good for Paul Kosko. This race is not for Paul Kosko. This race is Westmoreland County Commissioner for the people of Westmoreland County, southwestern Pennsylvania, and for the nation of our country. So all I can say is I appreciate everything as far as with you showing up today. I believe we have a strong chance as far as within the primary, and we also have a very strong chance in the fall election. And with support like you, we're getting more and more people weekly as far as with joining our team. And it's really interesting is as far as with why I want to be or run for this office, because believe me, and a lot of people know my family and so forth, you know, they're asking that question as far as like, why do you really want to go? You're such a good guy. I'm an Eagle Scout, band parent with Hempfield Band, and 3 kids raised and so forth. I really want to make a positive difference within Westmoreland County. And I believe with the 35 years of public service experience, I have multiple college degrees, an associate degree, a bachelor's degree, an MBA degree, and I've got the experience of understanding how this place works with the 32 years with the municipal authority, that on day one, I can definitely come in here and start working for Westmoreland County and moving it quicker and faster forward. But again, I will reach out even to the Democratic side as far as the commissioners, and I will reach out to the other candidates who are running. Because my journey started back in April of 2016 in Commissioner Chuck Anderson's office, talking to him face to face about his impending retirement. He at that time and has still not declared that he is not running, but I just want to thank him for his service that he's done to this community and over the years as a United States Marine pilot as a full colonel. I just want to say thank you for your service, and you are leaving it in good hands if you do so want to retire, and I will be working with everybody. So to sum things up, and again, we have Brian Klein, our clerk of courts, who I think is doing a fabulous job and who I would want to continue to work with. And I do pledge that to the row officers, and I do pledge that again to the department heads. I will be full-time. I will be involved in everything that I'm supposed to be. I don't want to poke my nose into things that I'm not, but I probably would in a nice way. All I know is, ladies and gentlemen, with people like Brandon next to me, as far as when I first met you, Brandon, I had tears in my eyes when you told me that you're just doing your duty or job. My only question or my thought was, I'm building a train. I said, stop the train, because there's no way in this world that I can stand here with free voice and a free mind without what he has sacrificed for all of us. And there's another gentleman there that I know that is a veteran. Hats off to you people. And if there's anything that we can do, kindness, respect, all I can say is I will be serving you, and I really mean it from my heart, because that's what this is all about, running, and I consider it an honor and a privilege that I have announced my candidacy for Westmoreland County Commissioner, and I, if elected, will be good for all of the community. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and God bless America.
Says it all. Yeah, no, he's real quick.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, true. Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do.
take a picture?
Okay.
Oh, that's what you guys are.
Should I fix the flag?
Yes, please, Richard. Thank you.
How do you want it?
Right there is nice. Oh, that framing.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Oh, we have to talk with.
All right. All right. Get a hot coffee,
You wanna get sorry, you wanna get Chef Kevin that steak restaurant? That's like
I'll use some other time. I'll use some other time.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. All right.
My uncle's
One, two, right.
every night before he goes to bed, I get three kids.
Team effort. Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Thank you.
John.